Hey guys, welcome back to Auto Repair guys. Thank you guys for watching and subscribing to the channel. In today's video guys, we'll show you how to test your fuel pressure sensor and to know if your fuel pressure sensor is working. And if you guys want to see what your fuel pressure is in the system, let's say car is not starting, you think that it's fuel pump or car not getting enough fuel, stay with us, we'll explain that in a second. Now, we'll demonstrate guys on a Chevy vehicle here guys, but it should work on any GM vehicle guys, such as Chevy, Buick, GMC guys, even Cadillacs. We'll be using two different computers now guys. Okay, two different scanners. One is very not very expensive at all, very cheap scanner, and one is more professional guys. And if you want my opinion, okay, check this thing out guys. We'll have the links for both of them in the description of the video below. But if you guys have a vehicle, or even two, let's say you have two family vehicles guys, and if you get one of those scanners, you can, okay, it can pay itself off in just a couple of times guys, so check it out. Now, quick introduction, we have more than 200 videos on every car we get at the shop. This is guys because our mission is to save you as much money as we can. Now, if you need any tools or parts guys, again, we'll have the link in the description of the video below. You can see where you can get them for a good price, fast shipping. Now, on many cars nowadays guys, the fuel pressure sensor actually on old ones, older models, it used to be right here. You can see this is the fuel line coming from the fuel tank. It goes to the fuel rail here. And on many vehicles, it used to be guys to where the pressure sensor was like located like about right here, so you could see where it's located. And some of them are easy to access, some of them are not, some of them are even in the tank on newer vehicles, so it really depends. We'll have a video how to replace a fuel pressure sensor, but in today's video guys, I want to demonstrate how to read it, how to check if it's working, okay, and how to know if you have fuel pressure in the system. Now, if the sensor is bad, it will have the same symptoms as having a bad fuel pump, because you will not be able to tell, okay, if it's a bad sensor or a bad fuel pump. And we have a video on the channel how to distinguish that, and I'm going to explain a little bit. You can use guys a manual tester, okay, to check your fuel pressure sensor, fuel pressure in the fuel rail, or you can guys, okay, let me show you now. Right here, there is a special port on most GM vehicles on the fuel rail that you remove that cap, you connect your pressure reader, and you can see, okay, if the fuel pump is actually building pressure or not. Because if the pressure sensor is bad guys, okay, you tell the computer that we don't have fuel pressure, but actually we do, and that's how we're going to test it now. So let me show you now, okay, what we'll be doing here quick guys. I'm going to turn the ignition on. So for any of you that have a car that doesn't start, it should be helpful video guys, and see if that is your problem or not. So I'm going to click OBD. It takes just a very short time to connect now, and it will give us three different options. One of them is for the fuel. Yours may be a little bit different menu depending on the vehicle, year, make, model, and all that stuff, but all of them are almost the same guys. So ours, okay, it's either the one that ends with an A or B. So let me check that now. We're going to click here, and we're going to select live data. And under live data now guys, view data, complete data set, okay. Okay, this is for the battery voltage 11.8. So our sensor is under the computer that says B here. So same thing, live data, reading, view data, complete data set, and right here guys, fuel rail pressure guys, okay, 438 kPa. You can convert that to PSI, okay, if you want, online, or bars, whatever you're using guys, depending on which part of the world you are, or you can change the scanner settings to read in PSI. Now it tells us that the sensor actually has fuel pressure guys. I can start the car, okay, check it out, it's going to drop, and it stays around 400 on this car. That's what it's designed at. Now if you have a direct fuel injection, you may have two sensors. One is for the low pressure, one is for the high pressure, and we have a video that explains all that on direct fuel injection. But what I want to do guys, I want to actually connect the big scanner and show you guys how much better it is and how much data you can check with that thing, because it can definitely tell you guys, okay, what's wrong with your vehicle. So connect it to the OBD port, quick, perfect. Now it's loading. I'm going to have the ignition key on again. Okay, let me just turn it on quick. Perfect. Now that scanner, guys, it can read and delete codes from every computer in your car, and you can see live data and check out how many makes it supports, guys. It's amazing, and they constantly keep adding more. Since we got it, guys, we got actually quite a few updates, and they constantly add more vehicles, more models, so that's a good thing about us. Now I'll click manual selection, 2015 passenger car, Chevy Cruze, and it's going to load the data. We have the 1.8 engine. Just takes a very short time to scan everything. It's super quick computer, by the way. Doesn't matter which radio system we have. And check out now under diagnostics and control unit how many computers we have in that car, and you can, guys, check each one of them here. Now if you have direct fuel injection, you have a fuel injector control module. In our case, it's actually the one under engine control module, because we have a MPI fuel injection, which is the low pressure fuel injection that most of you are familiar with. Now the new direct fuel injection, it's kind of like almost like a diesel engine, directly sprays in the cylinder. It's automatic transmission, and here, guys, you can actually check a few different components: ignition, induction. You can see misfire, and you can actually find the sensor under a few of them. Okay, let me see where exactly it was. Vehicle speed, engine run. Okay, it wasn't here. I think it was under engine. So just to make sure that I don't click the wrong one, automatic transmission. I accidentally got in the transmission. Engine right here. Now let's see if it's here. It's not. And you're like, okay, what is happening? There is no, okay, fuel pump off. It says fuel pressure, okay, engine oil pressure switch. So now here as well. Now where else it could be, guys? Since the pressure sensor sometimes is mounted on the body, you may have to go back, okay, and you will need to select body control module. After that, guys, you will need to select live data. It's either body or chassis, one of the two, guys. Okay, and let's see what we can read here now. That's the brake paddle switch, not here. So you can see how many different components we have, right? And that tells you quite a few things. Now if it's not there, check out, guys, chassis control module. It could be those three locations usually, unless you have the direct fuel injection, then you just get to direct fuel injection module. And right here, guys, what we have? Fuel pressure sensor on the chassis. It says 426 kPa. If I start the car, okay, car is starting now. Check out what's going to happen. It says fuel pressure 400, around 400, and the desired fuel pressure, okay, it should be set according to the computer at 399, and it stays right there. So in that way, okay, we can verify that our fuel pressure sensor is correct, it's working correctly, and actually the fuel pump is working good too. So that tells us, guys, okay, if everything's fine. So hopefully, guys, the video will be helpful to any of you guys having that problem. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel for more videos, and see you guys next time.